Welcome all of you. So today, as I said, I'm going to take up MCQs. Okay, a few reminders of MCQs. The very first thing is, what is the centroid? Okay, this is always forgotten. I don't know why people don't remember this easily. Now, centroid is from one vertex to the opposite side midpoint. It does not have to be perpendicular. It is just midpoint. From here, midpoint. Okay, it does not have to be perpendicular, and here. Okay, so this point is the centroid. Now centroid is, you have a formula for this in coordinate geometry. Now here this portion is ratio 2, the vertex side is ratio 2, and the side of the angle side is ratio 1. So centroid always cuts it 2 1, cuts the median. This line is median. Okay, when you draw this line coming from the opposite vertex to the opposite side, okay, that is called the median, and medians are concurrent, they intersect at the centroid. Centroid is always forming a ratio of 2:1, vertex side is 2, other side is 1. Okay, that is to be remembered. Let's come to the next thing, which is circumcentre. Now circumcentre is the perpendicular bisectors of the side of a triangle. Perpendicular bisectors. It has nothing to do with meeting that vertex. It can be a perpendicular bisector over here. Maybe it is just bisecting here. Maybe it is just bisecting here. Okay, so it is bisecting and it is perpendicular. That makes it perpendicular bisector, and another one here. Okay, so this point is the circumcentre. Okay, that is the circumcentre. This has to be remembered, can't do anything about it. This circumcentre, it can actually be proved, is equidistant from each of the vertices. This distance will be equal. So the distance from the vertex will be equal for the circumcentre. Okay, let's come to, now the next one is incentre. Okay, incentre is point of intersection of the angular bisectors, means the point where all the angles, bisector of the angles meet. Okay, bisectors of the angles meet, that is the incentre. Okay, so this is the incentre, and in this incentre it is, now one important property of this incentre is they are always equidistant from the sides. Remember how you circumscribe, okay, how you inscribe a circle by drawing the incentre, because this is same. That is why you drop a perpendicular. Okay, remember, you drop a perpendicular like this, and you can take this as the radius. The reason is these three lines are equal, so you can use it as the radius, and this has to be at 90 degrees. Okay, any tangent is always 90 degrees to the radius. So that's an incentre. Okay, so let us not confuse things. Orthocentre, that is also there. Okay, though you don't need it for constructions, but you need to know it. It is the, in a triangle, orthocentre is the point of intersection of the altitudes. Now altitudes need not be bisectors, that I repeatedly tell. Okay, altitudes don't have to be bisected, they are just 90 degrees. Similarly, perpendicular bisectors don't have to be altitudes. Okay, so like that. So, and median is only bisector, does not have to be. Median is only bisector, it does not have to be at 90 degrees. Okay, so this is orthocentre, where the heights meet. Simple word, heights meet, that is orthocentre. Okay, few other quick reminders. When you have a cone question, you are making a cone with the help of a cloth, a canvas. Don't, if it is a tent, don't consider the base. Okay, the base, the circular part of the base, don't consider. In a tent it is not considered unless they have specifically mentioned that the base is also covered. Okay. Second thing, no division in matrices. I'll clarify this. What I mean by no division in matrices is, don't divide one matrix by another. Okay, There is something called scalar multiplication. Okay, there is something called scalar multiplication that you can do. Like you have a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and you have 1 by 3. Okay, now this you can call multiplication also, division also. It becomes 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3 and 4 by 3. Okay, this is not what I am saying, but I am saying you can never divide one matrix with another matrix like we can multiply. We can add two matrices, we can subtract two matrices, we can multiply two matrices, but we can't never divide two matrices. This is called scalar multiplication, when you multiply a number. Now sometimes in some questions they'll say P is multiplied with some ABCD matrix. Don't consider this to be a matrix unless they tell. If they tell, then you take X, Y, Z, P something, and then you take A, B, C, D. That is a different thing. But if they are not mentioning, they just say P multiplied with this, that means it is a scalar. In that case, you should write PA, PB, PC, PD. Understand? So this is your next step after this if they don't mention P to be a matrix. So be very careful, read the question carefully. Okay, next. Now you all will get ogive to do in a graph, right? To do in a graph, you'll be getting to get the median, to get the interquartile range, the first quartile, the third quartile, all that. Now when you do that, when they ask you for the ogive, okay, generally they will not give you odd number. The total value of n is generally even. So all you have to do is n by 2. Sorry, capital N. What is n? Sum of the frequencies. N by 2. Okay, and then plot it in the graph. You know to do that. So here you don't have that question of n by 2 plus 1. That happens when it is odd and all. Here in your ogive, it is simply n by 2. Okay, you don't have the other ones, n by 2 plus 1 and all that. Then for probability, I am telling is you 1, neither prime nor composite number. This is required for your probability. 1 is neither prime nor composite. 2, only even prime. The only number which is even as well as prime is the number 2. Now when you have an AP and they are saying find the term which is third from the end, don't immediately start off with another formula. What's the point? Okay, so you can do Tn is A plus n minus 1 D, but then if you're going forward, if your D is plus 5, here you use a minus 5. That's all. Okay, and you write 3 here. What is A? This is the last term. Take this as the last term, use D as negative. If it is negative here going forward, then coming backward from the end, take this as positive. Okay, just opposite sign. Rest, this is T3. So your last term becomes your first term when you're coming from the end. That's it. No confusions. Regarding coordinate geometry, okay, equation of a line. Here, I am repeatedly telling this. This is your x-axis and the y-axis and the minus x and the minus y. Here is the origin. If a line goes parallel to this, it is supposing x is equal to 3, y 1, 2, supposing it is passing through 3. Then it is x is equal to 3 because at every point y value is changing but the value of x is 3. This is x is equal to minus 3. Yeah, right? If I take this, supposing this is going through 1 and 2, y is equal to 2. Y is equal to minus 2 similarly, because everywhere y will be minus 2 only and x will change. So you have to keep that in mind. The second thing in coordinate geometry where I am telling you all this, if you see a line which is going like this or even like this, you see the inclination theta? Theta is more than 90. If it is more than 90, your m, tan theta, m is going to come negative. Okay, sometimes they give equations and tell which line has which equation and all. So if theta is more than 90, m is negative. Okay, second thing. What is the y-intercept? Even after doing full coordinate geometry, people don't know this. Y-intercept is if a line is going through this portion is y-intercept. So if this is 0 0, this is maybe 0 7. So y-intercept C is equal to 7. C is equal to 7. Okay. So C is equal to 7, and then another thing in coordinate geometry, in equation of a line, I want to tell here. If you see a line which is y is equal to x type of, 3y is 3x, okay, or 3 is equal to 4x, something like this, that means that line is passing like this, because y-intercept is a 0 here clearly. Okay, so it is passing through the origin. Okay, so this angle can differ. It can be like this, it can be like this, but it is definitely passing through the origin. Angle can differ depending on these values. Angle will be differing. Angle of this will differ. Okay, let's come to the other one. If you see something like this type, okay, this type, then angle, then this line is actually this type, means going from the third to the second to the fourth quadrant. Okay, this you can check, okay, and it can go at any angle. I'm not saying at 45 degrees only. So between these two quadrants, it is the negative one. Between these two quadrants, it's the positive. Put y is equal to 1, then x is positive. See, so it is here. Okay, put y is negative, then x is also negative, means both negative here. Put x is positive. If x is positive, okay, that means it is here. Y is negative, point here. Put y as negative. Okay, put y as negative. That means point is here. Okay, then if you put y as negative, x becomes positive. Therefore, point is here. So this is the meaning of. So you have to understand, on seeing these lines also, you should start recognizing. Okay, before this I gave like this, no, parallel ones. Now I told about this. So these are the lines which pass through the origin. So that was it for your maths exam. I hope these last minute things you'll be able to remember. Okay, so thanks all of you. If you have not subscribed the channel, if you haven't subscribed the channel by now, please subscribe, because I shall now start uploading lots of chemistry and physics videos for your exams. Okay then, bye all of you, and all the best for your exams.